everyone, and welcome to today's video. Here we are in my living room on my couch. I've got my Chapo Rowan shirt on. Been so excited to film for a long time and have had planned for a long time. Today I'm going to be walking you through a few special pieces that I have picked out of vintage that are really special to me and my favorite pieces in my apartment. Recently moved into my own apartment around 6 months ago. Vintage and thrifting, and that's been one of my biggest hobbies since I was very young, and I am a maximalist. That is my style. I like color and I like a lot of things everywhere, and I feel comforted by like vintage and collecting just decor and pieces, and I always have. Always knew it was my dream that when I graduated I was gonna get my own apartment and have it be music themed and 70s themed and very vintage focused and eclectic. And so I started collecting decor around my freshman year of high school. Thrift with my mom, and I would see things and I'd be like, this is future apartment. It started in an Adidas shoebox that I had under my bed. By the time I did move out, I had around 6 to 7 boxes filled with vintage decor. So that way when I moved in, I had most of my decor. And then of course there were some new pieces and new things that I got, and obviously I had to get all my furniture from scratch. I am doing a full apartment tour, and my goal is to plan that towards the end of July. This video was always planned to go first to give you a more like detailed description of specific items, and I'm okay with this video being a little longer, and I really love any recommendations you guys have for vintage or thrift in the greater Los Angeles area. I love to sift through stuff for like hours, and I do think that's how you find the good stuff. And some of this is not real vintage, and it's just vintage inspired or something I thought was really cute and unique. Then check me out on all my socials. I have been having a lot more fun and posting a lot more on TikTok. I post almost daily over there, and they're really random. We do covers, we do makeup, we unbox slime. Also guys, I just got my nails done yesterday, and how freaking cute are these? It's my first time ever getting gel X, and I fear I'm obsessed. But I told the lady, I was like, I do play guitar, so I can't have anything too long. I have to think of my YouTube channel first always. Went and turned off my air. Okay, so let's show you the first piece. This is actual like vintage. This is a old phone. Me thinking of Ed Sheeran's new song title. This is I almost said rotisserie chicken. Rotary, am I right? Cute vintage old phone, whatever, who cares. This color is so stunning and matches. I have a lot of green in my apartment purely for decor. I get asked all the time if this works. It did come with a little like cord thing to hook it up in the wall, but I just cut it off because it was ugly and I don't need this to work. I love this. This was pretty affordable. This was around $70, and I only ever saw like white ones, and I was like, that's kind of ugly. So when I got this, of course, since it's real, it had some scuffs on it. Like, dang, like I wish I could fix that. So my best friend Grace, who's an amazing artist, she's in fashion school, she's so cool. She actually came over to my apartment with a whole suitcase full of like paints. And we fixed it up and we painted it together. We like color matched it, and that was such a fun memory. And everyone always comments on this, especially older people, and they go, remember when we had these? And they like reminisce. It makes me think of movies where like a girl would be just like laying on her floor, like painting her nails, talking to her crush or talking to her best friend. Like, he didn't call me, oh my gosh, you know? Oh, I was born in the wrong generation, but I also wouldn't have had One Direction, so wouldn't have changed it. Next thing is this. Now this is so cute. This is a cute little like vintage doll, and she's in a big dress. My mom actually was scrolling on Facebook Marketplace, immediately thought of me, which I don't know what that says about me, that I'm just crazy, but I love stuff like this. She was like, my grandmother made this in high school in 1946. You can see it says the high school and it says 46. This is so cute because it's like, it's made on top of like a little, this is a plastic bowl. This isn't vintage, but these are just my cute throw pillows that I got from my apartment. I was like really stressed about my hair today. Is just not, just ignore it. These are from World Market. If you've ever been to World Market, it's one of my favorite stores ever. World Market is so expensive though. Pillows were like $60. But they're stunning. Reminded me of Coraline. I have a lot of Dragonfly stuff because of Coraline. I have a lot of Coraline stuff in my apartment. And then I have a Dragonfly tablecloth, and then this Dragonfly pillow. And this is so pretty, and I love this peach color. The second pillow is so pretty, and I liked how it matched it, but it was also very like out there. and it had that peach color. This is from Urban Home. I'm obsessed with Urban Home. On my bed that I just brought out here, again, it's that beautiful crochet. This is from World Market, and I think they're little suns. I love candles. I'm a huge candle girl. This candle, for some reason, I don't know why, I'm obsessed with this, and I've been obsessed with this for years. It's from one of my favorite stores in Claremont, California. Claremont, California is my favorite shopping in the world. Like, I've traveled the world, I've lived in Europe, like, and don't get me wrong, when I lived in Europe, all I did was shop. I love to shop, if that wasn't clear. That's my favorite activity besides music, truly. And so I could make a whole YouTube channel just based on like clothes and vintage and thrifting. My favorite shopping ever is in Claremont, California, and this was a store, and I go there all the time. I grew up going there all the time. Health and wellness store, like crystal shop, whatever. And I saw this and I was like, Mom, like this is the prettiest candle I've ever seen. This was literally like my junior year of high school. Always thought about it. I don't know why. It's just a really beautiful ombre candle with a peace sign that matched the 70s a lot. I'm mad at myself. It had crystals all over the candle, but I recently burned this and I ruined it. I was having a really sad night where I was crying about someone, and I was just really upset, and I was like, I need to light one of my cute candles to get me through this and lay on the floor and just listen to Lana and sob. And that's what I did, and I ruined it, but it's still beautiful. Next, this is just a small thing. This is not vintage, obviously, but I was so happy when I found this and how specific it was. This is on my coffee table on top of my Joni Mitchell poetry book, but this is Goodnight 70s, which I was like, how much more on theme can you get? Small pieces of art that I absolutely have to shout out because I love them so much. And this goes into me mixing in that darker aesthetic that I love. And honestly, this is my aesthetic the most. This brings me the most peace and joy. From the artist Queenie Black. The story goes where my mom knows someone who knows this artist, and she specializes in very like gothic art. And my mom someone gave her an original Queenie bag. It is the evil queen from Snow White. She's on Etsy. But look at how beautiful this cat with the hat on is. Like, ugh. It's just giving me my Edinburgh dreams, which is one of my favorite places I've ever visited. And then this bat with the flowers, this is right next to my front door. This thing is just kind of a cute, fun thing that I got a long time ago in high school that I saved in my hope chest that I never forgot. This is from Book Soup. If you've ever been there, it's a very cute store. Our music oracles. They are 50 cards of creative and life inspiration from the greatest musicians. I always knew my apartment was going to be music themed and music focused, and so I love this. Red's also my favorite color, red and silver. So I was like, oh my God, but these cards are stunning. They're obviously inspired and in the style of tarot cards, but these, oh my God, I love them. My initial idea was to put hole punches in them and put them all on a string. Okay, wait. I think I'm gonna still do this and put it over my TV. Is True Vintage. I got this from one of my favorite stores ever, which I'm not gonna say where for my privacy, but it is a gorgeous store with like, it's like a warehouse of vintage gowns, and it will say on the tag like 1950s, whatever, it'll tell you the history. It's one of my favorite places in the world to get lost in, and whenever I'm sad, I go there and I love it. Or happy, you know. So this is a vintage lipstick holder. It has these two poodles at the end, which is so beautiful because I have a poodle. I've had him since 4th grade, and I'm a poodle girl. I'm a poodle lover. Oh, this was the hardest thing to move in here because it's not gonna look as cute as if I just left it alone. This is my gold tray. So I had always grown up seeing Pinterest pictures or whatever of like people who had beautiful vanities, and then they had a gold tray on it with like really pretty makeup and stuff. I've always been a makeup girl, and I always like really wanted a tray like that, and I found this years ago. I thrifted this at like a Goodwill, this tray. On my tray, I have things that I think are so pretty. This little comb, this is from Grace and Stella, and I love, like I said, that I love that green color. A flower nose blush. If you know this brand, you know that they specialize in like very beautiful antique looking makeup. It's a little too girly for me. I don't love light pink, but this is special to me because I did actually get this perfume at the Eiffel Tower when I went to Paris. They have a gift shop that's actually in the Eiffel Tower, and they had a whole row of perfumes. Gucci Bloom, which I actually do use. I love this. Just a good smell and perfume. Then I have my Ariana Grande Cloud, which this is like a brand new edition. Very, very beautiful. These are true vintage as well. I got these on Etsy. These were expensive. This set together I think was like $150. But they are, again, I don't remember when they're from, but it's a brush and mirror set, and I always knew I wanted a vintage brush and mirror set, like always. Pieces, here's the mirror. My Capri Sun. It's absolutely stunning. My fairy. I love this fairy so much. I've had this for a few years. My aunt actually got this for me, so I'm not sure where it's from. In the move, her wing broke off, and I was so sad. I cried about it, and my mom actually fixed it for me, so thank you so much. Candles that are in the same style. So this is the first one, and this is exactly, yes, where the sidewalk ends. This is vintage. This is from Etsy. It has some wear on it. But it's so stunning. I just got these from Target. They sell a bunch of these, packs of these for like very cheap. It makes me feel like I'm in my Spooky Ookie. I'm in Fourth Wing. I'm in The Corpse Bride. I'm in Harry Potter. That is ultimately the vibe. So my whole life, I've always dreamed this is so random, but I have always dreamed of having a candelabra. But I did not just want one of those like cheap looking ones. I wanted to walk around my apartment in the dark with my candelabra. Like that was always my dream. That's how I envisioned my future. And I ended up getting this one off Etsy. This wasn't made. This is actual vintage. I found candle charms, which I didn't know were a thing, and now I'm obsessed with them. They're little pins that you can get to pin into candles and to decorate candles. And I think that's just the most creative idea ever. So this is my candelabra. This was pricey, but it's so beautiful. It's so stunning. It's like my favorite piece I have. And it's very heavy duty. And the candle charms in the middle, because they make me feel so whimsical and they make me so happy. I love it. That is my vinyl record table. And so this is next to my vinyl player, but I love it so much. Yeah. Edward Scissorhands has been my husband since I was young, and I feel like he would love that. Before we get into kitchen, this is just a cute little piece that I got on Etsy. I have 2 bookshelves, and I have a lot of books, but I was very inspired to like really decorate my bookshelves and have them look really gorgeous by Haley Jean on YouTube, and also Hannah Boo. A little book, and it says, "Boys and books are just better. She lived to read past her bedtime." And I'm like, that is so cute. If you want, I can link the Etsy shop that made these. Story of falling in love with fictional characters. Me! Conrad, my book boyfriend, and Zayden. Oh my gosh. Hot girls read fantasy. So true. We're going to get into kitchen. So I have a lot of kitchen pieces. I'm gonna be honest, I could not fit all my kitchen pieces in this. If you guys want me to make a part 2, I can. So I picked out my favorite ones and ones I have not shown. I'm very lucky that almost all of my things in my kitchen are thrifted. I have 2 cookie jars that I love, which is so funny because one of these sits empty because like what the hell are you gonna put in a cookie jar? And the other one I use every day because I have all my tea in there. So this is a cute little piece that I thrifted. This is again from Goodwill, very cheap. This was like $2. And I love this. It has little ladybugs all over it. Also, again, from Salvation Army, I'm pretty sure. $2. So cute. Oh my gosh, I'm so obsessed with this. I love fruit stuff. I love strawberry stuff. This is not thrifted. My dad got this for me. I just think it's so beautiful. I have a lot of Beatles stuff in my kitchen. This is a Beatles cookie jar, and I do keep all my tea in here. The Beatles store, obviously the Beatles have so much merch, it's unfathomable. So that's from the Beatles store, and this is also from the Beatles store. My dad got this for me for Christmas. He got me 4 plates. This one specifically out as decor on like a plate stand because John Lennon is my man. And it says the Beatles Yellow Submarine. But I'm just like, this is so beautiful. One of the prettiest plates you've ever seen. Are you ready? Are you prepared? Are your eyes ready to see this plate? So this is the plate. I don't know why. I am so upset. I would die for this plate. I love this plate. This plate is the best thing it's ever had. So much, and I don't even fully know why. I think it's because it has red flowers on it, and I love red roses. But this plate is from Anthropologie, so it's not vintage. But I love this so much. This was cheap too. This was literally like $10. I got this in Cambridge in England. So I studied abroad with my school. I have multiple videos about studying abroad and vlogs and all that. A day trip day where like, I hate to say field trip because we were in college, but it was a day where they would plan a day trip for us and we would all go like as a class. So they had a day where we had a tour of Cambridge, obviously the famous university, and the town Cambridge was so cute. I was like, I would have slayed. I should have gone to Cambridge, like low-key mad about it. I would have got in there. Did that. They were like, okay, like you have free time, and then the bus is gonna pick us up at like 8 p.m. Like just go. Everyone went to a museum or a church service. They had two things. This makes me sound so bad. And everyone went to those from our class. And me and Grace said, oh no. Oh no, it's time to shop. It's time to shop till we drop. So me and Grace shopped from the moment we had free time till night, till it was dark and all the stores closed. We just shopped, and they had the coolest stores ever. Like, I can't even explain. They had a store that was like specifically all horror and witch stuff and Harry Potter stuff. Is a memory. That was one of my favorite days of abroad. Like, that's a good memory for me. Oh my gosh, I love this. I've never eaten on this. I just have it for decor. If I truly want this house to look like grandma's place, I need a kitchen hut. This next kitchen item is, oh God, I don't want to break it, was thrifted from Goodwill, just a normal Goodwill. And when I tell you this, the reason why I have memories of this is the bitches were fighting me. The Karens and the moms, they were fighting me for this. This was literally my sophomore year of high school. I've had this forever. I still have yet to make anything in this, or like cook anything in this, or like whatever you do with crock pots. I don't know, I don't like to cook. I literally was like, or this is not crock pots. What are these called? I don't even know. I need to get out. I need to buy. Red, my favorite color. It's shaped like a heart. It's freaking beautiful. Like, get out the way. This looks like play. This looks like toys we would have as a kid when we had a play kitchen and we were making food for our dolls. Like, this is so pretty. But I grabbed this so fast. It was like, oh my God, neat. It was like $7, girl. Multiple people came up to me and were like, are you gonna buy that? Am I gonna buy that? That's another thing I love about thrifting is like fighting people, because I also, when I went to Nashville, I found like the cutest thrift store ever. This girl was looking at this set and she was like, this is cute. And I was thinking in my head, like, she better not buy that. Then she, I was just, whatever. She put it back and she was like, no, I gotta save my money. Like, I don't, me like being mad, she's responsible. I gotta save my money. I don't want it. And this set was so cute. I've worn it multiple times. I wore it on my YouTube channel too. And she was like, I don't need it. She puts it back on the shelf. So I give my, you know when you're thrifting and you have to give yourself that like grace period before you go back and you get that shit, So I gave myself like a minute. I went everywhere else. I had eyes on that set though. I had eyes on it, and I grabbed it and I got it. And then I went in the dressing room. This was a small store, and it was a boutique. I go in the dressing room. I try it on. I'm like, yes, this is so cute. I come out to show my mom. I have to give her the whole look. I do a twirl. I'm like, yes. I look out the window of the store, because the dressing room's right there. You could see the window. This girl and her friend were staring at me through the window, just standing there like this. She rolls her eyes and leaves. I'm like, you put it back. Okay, you put it back. Like, the horrible, and you know what? I'm gonna say things that nobody else will. The horrible, petty, mean part of my brain that we all have. I was literally like, you couldn't have rocked it like me anyway. That's that story. The beautiful shelf that I have in my hallway that is shaped like a bow. I love this. I get so many compliments on this. This is from Etsy. It was affordable. I love it. I would say this shelf was like $30. I don't even know how I got that in the wall. I was handy-manny for the first few months I was living here. Like, I was hammering, I was drilling. Like, I don't even know if I'm allowed to be like drilling in these walls, but I just did it anyways. Four that are in my bedroom that are both from Etsy. They're both vintage though, so they only had one. One was a Sacred Heart mirror that I love. And then I have a clown that I love. I was watching, this is embarrassing, but I was watching Grace Vanderwall. She did an interview, and in the background, she had a bunch of like vintage theater masks and like clowns, and was like, I'm obsessed with the look of that. So I immediately went on Etsy and I found this one. I love it because he's crying. I was like, he is me. I love that he's a sad clown. Like, that is the definition of my aesthetic. Well, that piece is a little more expensive because that is a heavy duty clown. Like, she's real. Like, that is some real quality. I had the most fun filming this video. I'm really sorry that this video was long, but I really wanted to do like an in-depth video talking about one of my passions that I don't talk about a lot on this channel. If you guys have any recommendations, please let me know. I love you so much. I will see you in my next video. Love you with all my heart. The Lana Del Rey lyric, loves me with this cocaine heart. Okay, I gotta go. Bye.
Beauty and brains, singing with the stars. Is it weird? Is it wrong?